Welcome to another one of my videos. You can help support this channel by subscribing and liking, and by grabbing one of my free ebooks. In today's video, I am promoting Obelin's Dragon Rite. It is a fantasy adventure. Grab the first ebook for free. Now to the video. Today we're going to be checking out the Flamer. Mostly, how do you replenish the fuel quickly? Because yes, it can get very expensive. There are actually two ways that are somewhat quickly, though in their own way they can still kind of be expensive, but not so much time consuming. And we're also going to be looking at one of the bugs that afflicts the Flamer that I've already covered in a previous video, but there's a quick fix to it. So we're going to look at that first. So let's get to the clips. If you already know how to fix the buggy Flamer, you can skip to the 4-minute 30-second mark, and that's where I start talking about how to quickly get the fuel. First off, sorry about the dark room. I'm still trying to get some lighting down in my shelter, so anyway. So, I have actually several Flamers, a Bloodied, a Furious, and a Vampire, and yeah, they're such great weapons, but I have this problem with it. If I am understanding the bug, when you add the vaporized nozzle that gives you a better damage on the weapon, for some reason it shortens the range of the weapon, and for the longest time I thought that was how it was. I didn't realize it was a bug. But then I saw a video on, I believe the channel is ASH Games, and I would like to say thank you very much because now I've been able to fix my Flamers. But anyway, this is where I first saw that it's actually a bug and there's an actual fix to it. So let me show you. The fix I'm going to show you, sadly, is only temporary. So every time you end the game or jump a server, you're going to have to keep doing this over and over again on all your Flamers. But anyway, here's the fix. Okay, I'll show you on my Bloodied Flamer. Basically, you go down to the barrel. Mine's on long right now. I'm going to hit the standard barrel, and then I'm going to go back to the long barrel. Now, I just found out about this, so I'm going to actually now go up to the vaporized nozzle because it's more damage. And now I'll show you that it's no longer spewing 3 feet. As soon as I get my Furious done. And here we go. I'll show you all the Flamers now. Alright, I finished updating all my Flamers. Let's go into this room that has better lighting. Switch my point of view so you can see it a lot better, and let's start testing them. Ah, yes, so much better. Okay, let's do the Bloody. Oh, yes. Oh my goodness, yes. And let's do the, oh, finally, I have some distance on the Flamers now. You wouldn't believe how annoying it was. I had to choose from damage or how far I wanted the Flamer to shoot. And I didn't know it was a bug. Thank you for the person who did the other video. Thank you. So now I can have Flamers that have an actual distance. But like I said before, sadly, these are very temporary. So if you jump a server or you just end the game and leave, when you go back in the next time or the new server, you're going to have to do the fix again. So you go you go back into the barrel, switch to standard, get it, switch back to the long barrel, and then they are fixed again until you jump another server. Okay, now we are going to talk about how to quickly replenish your fuel, or as least as quickly as possible. There are two methods. One of them you might already know. The second one you might not, so don't forget to hang around to hear about the second one. It's actually pretty quick, though it is somewhat expensive, but I'll talk about that later. Okay, for the first option, It is just to compete in the daily ops, using whatever weapon that you want to replenish the ammunition for. Now, this does not work with ultrasight weapons, but we're talking about the flamer here, so let's get back to that. So yeah, use your flamer in the daily ops, and if you can at least complete it at the end, one of the bonus rewards is replenishing of your ammunition. Now, I find I at least make about 500 to 800 fuel per daily ops. And don't forget to go around and loot all the enemy that you have taken down, so that it actually does work out that you have replenished and not lost. I also find that using a vampire weapon during the daily ops helps, especially if you're soloing, but it still replenishes. So that's the first method. So now let's talk about the second method that you might not have heard about. Okay, well, the first thing I'm going to do is go dump my Flamer Fuel so that you can see that this method is actually working. And as you can see, I have about 1,204 flamers. And I'm going to get rid of those. Okay, and now I'm going to show you my bloodied flamer, and you can see that I have 0 fuel. So for this other method, what you're going to be doing is actually building flamers. So first, you got to have had the flamer plan and learn it so that you can build a flamer. So you can buy flamer plans from the Free States vendor bots and Raider vendor bots, and they're both at White Springs. So White Springs is a good place to go to shop around in case one of the other vendor bots also has it. You should also know that the flamer is a level 30, so I believe you also have to be a level 30 to craft it besides use it. But I guess you wouldn't be needing flamer fuel if you wasn't over a level 30. So I digress. Let's keep going. You also have to have this next card. You gotta have Science Expert to build a flamer, so make sure you have it. Now, this next card is not a must-have for building the flamer, but it is a must-have to improve the amount of fuel that you will be getting off of these flamers, and the card is super duper, and you want to max out the card for it to be effective. Okay, now just go to a weapons bench, go to heavy guns, and select the flamer. I do as low as a level as you can because you're just going to be, not using it. And now I lucked out this first time. If you heard it, my super duper kicked in, so I'll have 2 flamers. Okay, now I'll grab one of them and I'll show you how much fuel I have now. Okay. So with the 2 new flamers, looks like I got 150. Technically, you get 50 fuel for every flamer that you get, and then a bonus 50 fuel with any bonus fuel flamer that you get from the super duper. And this method should work with any weapon and ammo type, and the ammo is yours to keep. Pretty cool method, huh? Now, like I said, this method can be expensive, but you might have a surplus of all this material. And then what you can do is either scrap the flamer and get some of your material back, or you can sell the surplus flamers to a vendor and get some of your caps back and maybe reinvest in flamer. Like I said, this method's kind of expensive, but it might be a little bit better than actually just making the flamer fuel. I haven't tried to figure it out yet. But so, those are the methods besides just making flamer fuel or buying it off of players. Now, if you can find a player who's selling fuel for a cap a piece, that's not too bad. It's actually cheaper, I think, than actually making the fuel yourself. But a lot of times, we just don't have the caps to do that. So, here are several methods now to replenish. My favorite is the daily ops because it only costs me some time. So grab a couple friends or just join the daily ops teams and get in there and replenish your fuel or whatever ammo you're wanting to replenish. Well, that is actually it for this video. If you want to hang around to the end, I'll be crafting 10 flamers at once to see what I'll get out of them. If you found it informational, don't forget to like and share. Until next time. Oh, and before I forget, I'd like to thank Zeron, I believe that's the YouTuber's name. He's the one that I saw the video about the crafting method. So thank you. It's another way for me to replenish my fuel. So now this is truly the end. So until next time.